when I was very small, I used to write stories, and in particular I wrote a book with my sister. And we'd done it just for our own entertainment, but we did a children's book, The Little Pixie. Peter the Pixie it was called, and I still have it, worth a fortune one day. And she's a brilliant drawer, my sister, great artist, and she illustrated it, and I wrote the story, and we stapled it together, and it was fantastic. And I must have only been 8 years old. She's 4 years older than I am. So that was our first attempt. And then we used to make up magazines, and I used to go and interview the neighbours and interview my parents, and just go and take the pictures and then glue them onto A4 paper and then staple it together to make a magazine. So I've always enjoyed creating and writing, and whether it's fiction or whether it's complete, facts out there, and I've interviewed somebody in my own childish way as I did then. So it's just creating. I suppose about 10 years ago, didn't know what I wanted to do career-wise, and tried a few things, and then I had that light bulb moment in the middle of the night, which probably many writers and creative people get, when I literally sat up 2 o'clock in the morning with this idea for a book, and I just got up, wrote it down, the bones of it, wrote it all out, and started, and that was it, and I haven't looked back. The Visiting Mum is the story of one woman's strength and courage that she finds to be able to stand up to her emotionally abusive mother and to demand answers about her unhappy childhood and the reasons why her mum did certain things that really disrupted her life as a child. And it raises a lot of questions. There's a very deep story going on underneath that I'm pretty confident that most of us, women in particular, will be able to identify with at some level. But there's also a mystery, there's a death threat in it, so we have a bit of mystery. We've got a love story that intertwines lovely throughout the book. It's lovely, and there's also, it's a very spiritual book as well. There's quite an emphasis on that, which I can draw from my own experience as well. It's having the freedom to express myself and to release all this stuff that's in my head, in my imagination. That's what's important. It's like having a pressure valve. It has to be released. All this imagination, this creativity, this stuff has to be released. And that's why it's important for me to be a writer, is to be able to channel all that. Still, I prefer a pen and pad. Let it come through the ink, what's going on in your mind initially. Carry my notepad and my pen around with me in my handbag, never leaves my side. That's when my ideas start. That's when I jot things down. I like physically writing. I like to see the words on the page in the way I've written them, because that's my handwriting, that's me. After I've made notes and I've drafted something out, then I get the laptop out and then I start writing. For speed, if anything, and for ease, because you can correct things very easily. It's more impersonal, I find, but it's necessary. Final thoughts. Yes, never give up. Never.